I think I'm actually more ready than my stream is. I couldn't find this branch. How are you guys? Guess what? I found out I had a ding on my iPad. I started a new job. And I'm going to be speaking at a conference in Korea tonight. Woot woot! 12:30 a.m. It starts about 9 p.m. our time, which is when I will be live streaming to keep myself awake, because otherwise I will be asleep. So this is a pre-stream to another stream. A pre-stream to another stream. Isn't that so nice? Rug, you're sure asking a lot of Pedro. Oh, I only have one up. What is your favorite programming language? That's what it thinks a interesting question is. Look at that. And that's our friend. Oh, this is in the meetup scraper. Did I have a pull request in the other one? I did not have a pull request in the other one. I just have a branch. Did anybody actually review this? I don't think any of my friends actually reviewed this. Pedro's gonna say PHP now. PHP. The language of LampStack. Did I actually run that? Oh, that's in the cockroach one. Okay, but saying what the most popular language is, Pedro, is not the same thing as saying what your favorite language is. Also, I take issue with using that language because it is banned on this channel. But I'm pretty sure that the most popular languages are all that's probably why. I would say it's the other coffee derivative language. Right? I don't know. Oh, Pedro can't tell you that it has a favorite. Silly Pedro. Why do I have these both commented out? Oh, just because they've been run before, that's why. Pedro does not yet have access to chat history. I haven't really made any updates to Pedro recently. That's something I need to do. It still only has the context of one message. That's something I should get to pretty quickly here. I just haven't done it yet. Users. Mihai, how are you doing? Why would I have no... I'll keep streaming. It's fun for me until, it's not. But I'm glad to see you, Mihai. Pedro is the bot. It's called Soy LLM bot. We just call him Pedro. Is my Gen AI bot that I built using LangChain Go. Oh, good. Good luck. Going independent's hard. That's why I still have a day job. That's 100% why I still have a day job. We do have a users table. 17 years. Well, I've only been doing it for 7. But, I have a lot of income streams that are not my day job. They just aren't sufficient to pay the mortgage, you know? We need to... Yeah, the problem is... Ooh, does Pedro have any dad jokes? Pedro, can you one-up your dad joke from last week? I'm anxiously awaiting a Pedro dad joke. Pedro did not respond with a dead. Pedro did not give you a dad joke there, Rug. Oh, it found one. It found one. Okay. Here is our dad joke. Straight from Pedro. What is the difference between a well-dressed cat and a cat on a diet? The one with the collar is on a diet. That's not a joke. That's not a joke. I don't think that's a joke. Did I miss it? Is there supposed to be a joke in there? I don't get it. Must be a German joke. Okay, let's see if we can make a database function. Oh, we need a new one. Okay, what does the rugbot say? Rugbot says that this joke has the double meaning of the word collar. In the context of a well-dressed cat, a collar refers to a fashionable accessory worn around the cat's neck. However, in the context of a cat being on the diet, a collar suggests the idea of tightening a collar around the cat's neck to restrict food intake. So the punchline humorously suggests that the cat with the collar around its neck is on a diet, playing on the expectation of the first meaning the collar in the context of A, which I assume is just Twitch. Cutting off that. Well, ChatGPT understood the joke. I didn't get it. That's also horrible. If you're... that sounds just, like, inhumane. So now Pedro just gives us inhumane jokes. Good job, Pedro. I need to make a new file, and I don't think I can make a new file this way. Storage, Postgres users, .go. Okay. Rug's dad joke. Why did the half-blind man fall into the well? Because he couldn't see that well. Oh, I get it. Yeah, we should use it to Kai user. We don't need to return that user, though. We just need to return an error. Meetup ID, name, email, org ID. No, I didn't want to quit all of them. I just wanted to do one. We split server, storage, Postgres users. That's why. So now, these are all the things we need to add. Org ID we need to add. First name, last name. Oh, so we're gonna do first name, last name. First name. Oh, and now, what are our columns? Server, storage, Postgres, migrations, the user one. Oh, the user one was in the first one. First name, last name, city, email, job type. Okay. It is exactly how it should be. First name. First name, last name, email, oh, username, email. How was the ad break? Did you learn something interesting? I want you to know that I've made $17 this past month off of subs and ads, so rolling in the big bucks. I know. How many columns do we have? I count 10. 1, 0, 1, 2, no 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, 10. Yeah, Pedro, tell chat to follow. I'm gonna change this to add meetup user because we're doing a conflict on the meetup ID. Sorry. You don't know that I'm planning on doing a conflict on the meetup ID yet. 9. So insert into users, columns, on conflict. Pedro's not gonna remind anybody. Should we do on conflict do nothing? Whoa! Look at did prompt chat. Look at Pedro doing some prompting. It doesn't say programming language, it just says language, so... Should I respond? Pedro. My favorite language is English. And my second favorite language is Spanish. Because I speak both. Do you speak any other languages? Okay, I responded to Pedro. Let's see what Pedro says. Okay, so now for on conflict. The only thing, so remind me. We did it, did we add? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Groups. We did. So we need to insert into this UUID a group ID. So on conflict right now, well, on conflict, we just need to update user set group ID. Well, we just need to append, and I don't know what the append is. Okay, that's the other thing I don't have here. I think we do have it into Kai users, though. Oh, we don't. Okay. Interesting. Pedro, you did? Pedro, you responded? Sorry, I was thinking. What'd you say, Pedro? Pedro said, yes, I speak Spanish and English. My favorite programming language is Python because it's easy to read and understand. What's your favorite programming language? What? I was talking... Okay, great. Oh, you like Esperanto? Good job. Good job, Talks. I like how when you don't want Pedro to respond, you're just putting a space in his name. That's intentional, right, Rug? Esperanto. I listened to a podcast on that. That was supposed to be the new lingua franca that never happened. Right? As soon as I open this, it's gonna explode on me, but I want to drink. I have to hydrate. Right? Respond with an emote or link to the streamer's social media page. This message should encourage the user to interact with Pete via stream or social media and... Oh, nice! Tokipona? I don't know. Well, I've never heard of that one, Talks. I've only heard of... Why? What did this cursed under pressure bottle do to me? It's under a lot of pressure, by the way. This stream should just be titled to watching Pete try to open a drink bottle. Would there be an audience for that? Told you it was gonna spray everywhere. Did you see that? Did you see that spray? Did you hear it? Only 120 words? Can we really communicate everything we need with only 120 words? That's my question. Okay. So back to code. I need to get the group ID first. Right? And then after I get the group ID, I need to figure out how in Postgres to append to an array. Welcome to the Soy Pete Twitch channel. The host is a software engineer. The topics of interest for this channel include machine learning, deep learning, computer vision, artificial intelligence, natural language processing, speech recognition, robotics. The chat community is very friendly and supportive. Feel free to ask questions that you may have about the topic at hand. Rugmat, did you clip that? Oh, let's watch the clip, guys. Good job, Pedro. Great job, Pedro. Let's watch that clip. This stream should just be titled to watching Pete try to open a drink bottle. Talks. Would there be an audience for that? Told you it was gonna spray everywhere. Did you see that? No, you didn't hear the spray. No! This stream should just be titled to watching Pete try to open a Rugmat. You're a great chatbot. You're not a program. Well, you can specialize in Golang talks, but identity theft is a crime. It affects millions of Americans every year. Don't put. Pedro is putting words in your mouth, complimenting himself. You see that? As long. So, I dropped my computer yesterday. When was it? Wednesday, and bent it. Just the frame. The internals are fine. The screen is fine. Everything's fine. But totally bent it. So now it doesn't like flush against the screen. I'm really sad about it. Computer's not that old. I've only had it for 2.5 years. I won't try it again. I dropped a wrench on it, and then I've dropped the laptop. Good news is so far the titanium or aluminum or whatever alloy casing that Macs have on them has saved my computer more than once. So thank you, Apple, for having expensive computers with expensive cases, because you've made my laptop survive a wrench and falling out of my backpack. Onto both times in my garage. So, my goodness. I won't try that again. This is fun. Copy to clipboard. That's a great clip. Thanks for clipping that. I really wish you could have heard the sound, though. That would have made it way more exciting. So in Postgres, when you array and array operations, okay, so it's just array append. That's easy, but any array and any element. Okay, that'll be interesting. We'll have to see if they have any examples of that. Okay, yeah, great. Oh, you can just... Sorry, work Slack. Because, you know, I got a new job. So, yeah, we should be able to do array append, but uniquely append to array on conflict. That's what I want. This is what I want. Okay, perfect. Is this something I can do? Woo! Well, I don't care about duplicate entries right now. Okay. So I think I can do it. We'll have to experiment with it a little bit. Did you know that I can take these clips, crop them to profile, and then share them straight to TikTok? I've done that a couple times. It's kind of fun. Okay. So in this function we're creating, we need the user. We also need the group ID, which is a string. Do we need the group name? No, we're not going to do anything with the group name. The group name is just for a lookup. So first thing we actually need to do is we need to, before we go through the records, we will want to do this for each record because it's going to change. Dang it. So let's write, do we have a lookup function? Tab, server, storage, Postgres, groups. We have upstart groups, we have get org ID. That should be an org. Get org ID. This is a helper function for upsert for importing pro meetup groups to Taikai. Cool. So now here we can have, oh, did I put, okay, we did. We have a func. Hi, Pedro. Yeah, we need to, so my plans for Pedro is first thing first, I'm going to replace the model. We're going to kill Mistral, we're going to replace the model. But to do that, I guess I have to do step 0, which is learn which model I like the best for my Twitch channel. So step 0 is find which open source model I want for my stuff. Step 1 is select the model and have it embed, add, we're gonna, once we select them, so step 1 is download and implement the model. Step 2 is add embeddings to all of our chats based on that model. So we're just gonna run a serialization on it, get a vector, and add a vector column to all of our chat message rows. Then step 3 is connect Pedro up to that as a search history so that Pedro can search all of chat history. It can also search, I'm going to make a list of references for my channel, links, docs, what have you. I'll look those up. And then step 5, I'll clean up the repeat so it's not noisy and is more helpful. So that's the plan for Pedro. Clearly I'm not working on Pedro right now, but I will work on that tonight when we come back in the early mornings. We will need org name. Okay, do we want org name is what we have. Will we have org ID? I probably can make that be an org ID, which is a UUID. Group name. Right now we can do that, but I want there to be an org ID UU. Because in theory, you should be able to have an MLOps group in, like, for Forge Utah, right? Because we're a local thing. You should be able to have an MLOps group in Forge Utah, and then if there was a Forge Texas, for example, or a Forge Alberta, you'd be able to have those. You know, way easy to open that drink a second time. Group ID should be a... No. I don't know what UUID we were using, but I'll find that in a minute. Oops, what did I do? Did I just, like, close it? I thought I minimized it. Nope, I totally closed that one. It's also called Taikai Stash, because I only have 5 instances of Taikai. I don't have a UUID here? Oh. I do! We want to recover it. I knew it wasn't gone. That means the window's open. I mean... Oh. Yeah, this is... I want the Google UUID. That's the one I want. But besides GoSum, am I actually importing it anywhere? No. GitHub Google UUID. Okay. Pedro does not want to give you... It just gave you 2 responses of how it can help you. Pedro is the dad joke, yes. I agree with that. Server storage, Postgres, go. What is the note? What did it say? Oh gosh. Pedro seems to always respond with "Hello, my name is Pedro Asistente. I'm here to help you." After every time I mention it, and it gives a response. Is this a bug? Probably. Pedro says, "Rugmat, this is a known issue. Please try saying something else and see if that works better. If not, please ask Soypete Tech for assistance." I think it's a bug, so now you've got me distracted. It didn't this time. So what I really think is happening is this that happens once every 10 minutes gets no, but the "Hello, I'm Pedro Asistente, I'm here to help you" happens more often than that. You're right. So it's only supposed to say that when it connects. So what I think is happening is my chat bot is disconnecting and reconnecting. So the ping pongs are down. Right? So that has to be the issue. So it's probably a bug right here. To do this. To do. This is reconnecting regularly. Yeah, kind of is, right? So this, yeah, so it's happening on connect. And we may not want that. So I think that's the issue. So yes, it's a bug. Everything is a bug that is not according to user expectation, and clearly Pedro being so stuttery is not part of the user expectation. I mean, the easiest thing to do would be just clear this message and then here just have a say, and so it only happens once. So if I did this, now it wouldn't have a message on connect. Actually, it would be helpful here just to do, yeah, that. Yeah, and so I can have a multiple established. So that, in theory, should make it only happen once. No, why is it using that SSH key? It shouldn't be using that SSH key. It should be using my local SSH key. No. Yes. Okay, so that just proves what I wanted to prove, which is that if you store an SSH key in one password, you can use it across multiple machines. I wanted to know that. I use different emails for signing, so I want to have... Essentially, I can now just use one SSH key for signing. So if I'm doing something on one of my personal Linux machines, I want to use the same email that I do for personal stuff. But anyway, sorry if you missed that because of an ad. I just proved that if you store an SSH key in one password, you can reuse that across machines. It's not easy to do that, but you can. Chips and guacamole. I do. For some things. Like I said, I want one per signature. So, like, for my work machine, I want a different signature than my personal machine. But sometimes on my Twitch streams, like, I'll commit code from this machine, and from my Windows machine, and from my Raspberry Pi, all while I'm working on the same project. And those are all me, and I want those to use the same key. The same signature. So that it doesn't have multiple anyway. In GitHub, it's all the same person, but in Git, it's not. So, that was my thought. Is that I wouldn't have to create an SSH key for my Raspberry Pi. To me, it sounds like a good idea. It could be a stupid idea. It just sounds good. Just based on signature. And then my SSH key is always protected by a password, which is what they suggest to do anyway. But I don't think it's like super better though. Oh, Pedro knows that its repo is stored in GitHub. Pedro's getting smarter. Somehow. I didn't even do anything and Pedro's getting smarter. Oh, good. Thanks, Mohammed. I'm glad that finding this channel made your day. Oh, I could look it up based off of meetup ID. That would be unique. Then I would only need record 0. I called that from meetup. This is also a helper function. Get. Why does it always want it to be get org ID? Why does Copilot want to do that? So yep. So this will be unique. 1-to-1, perfect. Then so now this takes the group ID and it returns a group UUID and an error. Oh, I do need to look up org ID, I guess. And then, instead of that, I would do a db dot upsert groups. Oh. So this is doing it for a slice of users? I don't want to do it. I should just insert every single user, right? I don't think making a slice of users is super valuable. I think we should just take Taikai user, say that's user, here, and do that. Servers, storage, Postgres, users. Delete it. So yeah, so this is the add users. And we're going to have a group. Sorry. So this is the one with 10. First name, last name, username, email, state, city, zip. We also have to insert a group ID. Group IDs. Hey, Pedro. And then after that is admin. And then we'll have to do some kind of slice of UUID dot UUID group ID. And then user is admin. Wait, I've already looked that up once, haven't I? I have an org name. Looks like I haven't looked that up yet. Org, UUID. Okay, and this is org UUID. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Mixed of name and unnamed parameters. Yep. This is a... JP, how are you doing? Did you finish that Go course yet? 'Cause I did. You were on a camping trip. All right. Where do I have the extra comma? Does it not like my... this? It probably doesn't like this. Oh, we have to use a Postgres array type. That's what I need to do. I knew there was one. So in the PQ library, there's a Postgres array type. There it is. Okay, I'll have to scan it. told you to... Okay, now to figure out this. This will make it cleaner to read. But at 100%, there it is! There's the comma! And since compilers don't care about white space, oh yeah, this needs to be GArray. Compilers don't care about white space. You want to know your engineering tip of the day? The engineering tip of the day? Compilers don't care about white space. So why should you? Engineering tip of the day. Todd Punk. You know, that's not gonna confuse Pedro if you don't tell Pedro to be confused. Or are you telling me the things that the compiler should care about? Those are Vim commands. Are you telling me to do it? Oh, you're saying I could have replaced... You're saying instead of entering all of this, I could have straight up replaced them? Oh. I never thought of that. I didn't know you could do that. I mean, I only know like 3 things about using Vim, and I use it anyway. So. Thank you, though. I need to get better at using Vim. Here's the problem, though. I agree, we all need to get better at using our editors. I want to do something like this. Set, and I only need to set that. But right now, number 8. I don't have 11, do I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10, I thought. 10 is right. The problem is, when you append to an array, I think you just want the value, not a secondary, not the array. So this would need to be 11. Like that, right? I don't know. But according to the docs that I just looked at, when it's appending to an array here... Now, where is that? Where's the Postgres ones? I was looking yesterday about getting Vim. Because some people like, I don't want to take my hands off my keyboard. Yeah, you just need the item. You don't need the array of it. Item. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Anyway, that's not the official documentation. I was looking at Vim navigations for Arc browser, if it was built in, and it's not. Yeah, here you want an element, not an array. If not, I could cat the array. Then I wouldn't have to pass in an additional element. Do you think it matters? I don't think it matters too much. So. Okay. So this should be all of the information. Get org ID from DB done. Let's go ahead and add some logging just to make sure stuff happens. We're passing in the, we are passing in the org name and the files there. Oh, thanks. I did get a new job. And I feel really guilty about it. Let me tell you. Because I was not in need of a new job. And there are lots of people in need of jobs who can't find jobs, and I didn't even try. Sounds keep going out. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do about that. Could that be... Does anybody else have sound issues, or just you? Because if it's you, I'd say replace your browser. If anybody else does, let me know. Okay. Refresh your browser. So, I feel guilty about my new job. Because I did absolutely no work to get it. And so if I did no work to get a new job, and there's lots of people without a job who are working very hard to find a job, I feel guilty. I should have at least put in the minimum amount of effort. Thank you. Oh. It's Friday, so we're happy. I agree, Todd. Oh, bye, JP. Control-Shift-R. Oh, no, it can be to refresh. It can just be Control-Shift-R. That's fine. That's because I don't want that to be the UUID I'm using. I want it to be GitHub. That is how you refresh a browser tab. It is a different website, Todd. In a lot of ways. Todd, I am on my third iteration. No. Not third. This is my third locally stored copy of Takai. Thanks, Mohammed. This is not my third iteration of Takai, but it is my third locally stored one. Where is that? Because Gophers... Okay, I just realized that that said Gophers. Should not be anywhere. And it's gone. Oh, yes, I am a data engineer. Thanks, Todd. Where is that? No, I finally got to a point where I'm happy, Todd. One of the reasons that it's stored 3 times is because I broke Git. It's not copier's fault. I've cleaned all the copier template stuff I wanted. I just thought you'd find it funny that I have three stores of it. I just broke Git history and I redid it. How did I break Git? I didn't really. I just remember how I said I was going to delete Takai from GitHub and then create it again? I did that. But I was trying to not have to delete it, which didn't work. I couldn't rebase my new stuff off of the old stuff because I started from 0. And it wasn't a submodule thing, so I just deleted the GitHub repo and started over. So that's how I just... There was no way to merge Git history. So I stashed it the correct way while I then broke Git, trying to merge the histories. And anyway, when you try it, basically, so yes, trying to merge Git histories broke my Git. But then that's why I have this thing called Takai Stash, because that was the clean this is the clean one. The clean history that is Mariah's from scratch. Nobody's garbage. I just thought you'd find it funny. Do you think it'll work? No. Did it delete my replaces? No. See, I broke it again. I didn't think Go Help modules was actually going to help anything. Yeah, this should be both correct. Why does it say that they're bad? I did run a gomod tidying. It just doesn't like it when I don't run it from the home directory because we have 5 different gomod files. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's the one thing, Todd. If you weren't using the protos as their own module, I would have just, with the protos is the one exception. I would have just had the gomod be in the home directory. But I know why you did it. I don't know how, like, to me, it felt like you wanted to leverage workspaces. Like you were making a workaround to what workspaces are supposed to do, if that makes sense. But I typically only use one gomod file. That's just what I do. It's easier for me. I haven't done that here yet because I don't know what's going to happen to this meetup importer tool, so I'm kind of treating it as 3 different... I'm treating this as a mono repo of 3 different tools. And so, mono repos do often have more than one gomod file. Cypher! I was reading Cyber, and then I realized it said Cypher. How you doing, Cypher? Thanks for following. I need to fix that file. Okay, but good news. At my new job, they don't care what I do. So I can do all of my data engineering in Go and nobody cares and nobody's going to complain about why I'm not using the right tool because it's just engineering. Oh! Todd, did you listen to that podcast that I shared with about the zero interest, what was it called? The zero interest rate hangover in data and AI? Data people love their tools. So after listening to that zero interest rate hangover in AI podcast, I'm going to share that in the because everybody should listen to this. It's a great one. Oh, I guess they don't, they do take so much fucking time. And they don't, Joe's doesn't come with a transcript. You like the ones that come with the transcript. Also, you want to know why I don't complain about my commute? Is I don't have a podcast backlog. Anyway, great podcast. I just shared it. Yeah, Joe needs to come with a... So they were talking on this one, and I was listening to it, about data engineering, and Joe was talking about going back to the fundamentals and not doing everything based on tooling and skill set, and Matt Housley was talking about a bunch of other things, and I was having a thought. I wonder why we call ourselves data engineers and not data developers. That is my thought, and here's my rant. I think we should be using... the term data developer as often as we use the term web developer, because to me, a web developer is somebody who takes tools and implements them into software and to create software. That to me is what a web dev does. Great. Customer success engineers would like a it's not using engineers. They would all. Yes. But like React, web devs that use React and whatever, they're just using tools, right? So they're web devs. I think we should have the term data devs. And these are the people that just are puzzle pieceling the tools in together. And if you're not building a cohesive system, you're not an engineer. Who's not actually creating the data, Alex? Spike? Who's not creating the data? The data engineer is not creating the data? Because no. Data engineers who are architecting and modeling data can make an excuse that they're creating data, but that's still the point, right? Like, that's why I want to say data developers, because you're just munging, right? You're just taking tools and munging things around and throwing it, right? If you're not building a system that manages, stores, transforms, like, but it has to be the system, the foundation. I don't know. I think engineer. Anyway, Todd knows. I think we use the term engineer ineffectively. Hey, there you go, Cypher. That's Discord. Todd says, I worked with a guy now at Amazon who is a front-end focused dude. Smart. He said there's a difference between JavaScripters and devs who happen to use JavaScript, and the former is the worst. They think they're valuable. Oh, sorry. But I'd still pay them $60K instead of $100K. Yes! But I think there are engineers who use JavaScript. I think that is a thing. But it's not, yeah, totally agree. Karayan had this conversation with one of your coworkers, and what did you come up with? That we should be called developer? I mean, to be fair, sometimes I am a developer, and sometimes I'm an engineer. You don't understand half of what I say, like it's fuzzy, or I'm just not making any sense. But it's great. Yeah, we're just writing Go. Oh, I also agree that there should be a difference between developer and engineer. That should be reflected. Monetarily. That being said, as soon as you start doing stuff like that, where it becomes interesting, was it in users? And where it gets scary. Oh, it's called Postgres, not storage. So engineers, like mechanical and whatever, they have like professional organizations, right? Like, I heard that they have exams, but like it's a very rigorous thing to figure out what they are. But, you know, there's lots of people who work alongside them who don't have those certifications. And that's the one thing, we don't have any certifications like that in software. And I don't trust anybody to write them. I don't think we should have them. But there is a skill level and a certain amount of threshold of practical knowledge you'd have to have, right? Like, yes, carry on. Yes, the one that makes the system framework that enables the developers to easily integrate the pipelines. Yes, that's how I see it. I think they're both valuable. I think they're both needed. I just don't think they're the same thing, and they don't need to be the same thing. That's why I'm saying I would like to see, instead of just data engineer for everybody, I would like to see data developers, data engineers. I would also like the term DRE for like the equivalent of SRE, who's like literally, you know, but that's just me. And, you know, same thing with machine learning. There's a lot of people, I think that's really a lot newer than data, but... So Postgres was a thing. Where's the other one? We'll just save this and run a go build. Cypher. I do a lot of things with the Vim Go plugin. So if you ever don't know what actual command I'm writing, because I'm using an alias, feel free to ask. Oh, Postgres is not a thing? Postgres storage. It's called Postgres storage. That's an interface? No, that's a struct. Storage. And then undefined Postgres in users where on line 11. Yeah. Undefined Takai v1, because Takai v1 should be Taikai. No, it should be that. Is it v1? Define group ID, that's going to be group UUID. Anyway, it's just interesting. It was just something I was thinking about on my drive home after listening to that podcast. And... oh, this is the one that I didn't want to be in. It is Taikai v1. Okay. You're gonna go for a walk and listen to that podcast? This is a good one. It's a spicy one, that's for sure. It's not spicy like hot takes to offend people, but I think they did a really good job of illustrating why people get disillusioned with the data space, which people definitely get disillusioned with the data space. So that's why I think it's a great one. So enjoy. And yes, Todd, if you're still here, I would prefer. It is so easy to generate transcripts. So, I was supposed to be a doc. I won't get any docs. Last name, first name. What did it say there wasn't? Oh, meetup ID, because I didn't create one. That's why. I need to update those. Todd, if you're still here, it is so easy to generate text from audio right now. With a 95% accuracy. I think every podcast should have a transcript. Every single one. I mean, to be fair, I know that Joe uses StreamYard, and StreamYard gives you the text file. Like, it's already done. Oh, that's the audio that I keep messing with. The mic button is an audio switch. Anyway. Yeah. Where do I have too many return? Here I do. I don't need to return a user in this situation. Okay, yeah, those aren't a thing because I haven't generated them yet. Protos, Taikai, v1, types. And yet, in 2024, we still don't have punctuation in the automated YouTube transcripts. And whose fault is that? Because YouTube is clearly not using Google's text-to-speech, because their text-to-speech does decent punctuation. YouTube's fault. Oh, I just need to generate them. Do I have an is admin? I don't. That means I need to take that out. What do I do with the admin stuff then? Yeah, I know, Mariah still exists, so you will always have to deal with people who are unable to type accurately. Todd, are you also disillusioned with the software industry? Because I feel like you are. I'm just gonna log this for now. Oh. Pedro reconnected. Did you see that, Rug? Our little bug's still there because I didn't restart Pedro. Pedro restarts about half of the time. Not restarts. It reconnects to Twitch IRC about half the time it posts. So that's what's wrong with it. No, it's the Twitch IRC connector that has issues. Like, straight up. Pedro just keeps running. Sometimes the Llama C++ has an issue. Like right now, I would say that Llama C++ is struggling. Sometimes it gets an empty response. And if it gets an empty response, it just swallows it. Like, yeah, this was like an hour ago, though. But, that, hello, I'm Pedro, I'm here to help you. That's how the IRC connector tool I'm using, I'm pretty sure it just cycles. Pedro asked you what killed is. Todd. I'm gonna ask Pedro what killed is. Okay, Todd already did. Okay, here's your dad joke, Rug. Yeah, it's definitely a connect, like, when I'll update the branch, and next time it'll be better. Okay. I think I'm gonna sign off an hour early today, because my niece got hurt, and I wanted to go say hi, so. And I'm coming back tonight to stream all night, so I can go talk to the people in Korea. Okay, here's the joke. What do you call a pig that does karate? A pork chop! Haha! Good job, Pedro. Good job. That's the best dad joke we've heard all day. It's been told Todd to ask me for help when it has no idea what's going on. And so, killed. Oh! ChatGPT knows! ChatGPT knows! Pedro doesn't know, but ChatGPT knows that it means out of memory. Good job, ChatGPT. Yeah. What can we say? Pedro's kind of an idiot. Line 63. Hmm? Isn't that how you do optional and repeated? Oh, then we'll just do repeated. Okay.
It's 3:30 p.m.
It was 3:30 p.m. Okay. Is a string value. Thanks, Todd. Have fun with phone janitor. I hope you get it working. Good luck finding a job. I'm keeping my ear to the ground. We didn't get anything at the last data engineering meetup, except for a DBA complaining about lack of DBA positions that aren't sysadmin positions. And it made me laugh because the industry totally does not differentiate between DBA and sysadmin. That's not a thing. Industry-wise. So it was funny to me. $37. So here, I'm supposed to be returning a string. Let's go ahead and just make that be a UUID. And we need to go line 33 in users. And isAdmin is not defined, so we do need to kill you. We need to kill you. It looks like we only have 9 and 10 now. Oh, I should have done a go build. At least it's in main.go now. What do you... Oh. Those are the wrong brackets. I didn't even notice. Cannot use org UUID type string as a pointer to a string? Where? This... Hey, at least I got the right type here. Upsert group members. What did we call you? We called it something else. Server... Storage, Postgres, users. Oh, I called it add user. This should also be an error that we capture. Errors should not end with punctuation. You think I wrote those errors? No, the Copilot wrote these errors. Thank goodness for linters. Oh, and error F also should be using W. W, 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 W. Also W. Also W. 162. Oh, that's fixed. 166. Error is not used. Oh, you actually put... No, that's a link to the Linktree itself, not my Linktree link. Silly Pedro. Wait. Oh, is that the first time we've run this migration?
Yeah.
I think that's the first time we've run this database migration. Okay, so my migration's wrong because it's not catching the correct UUID. Well, probably knew that. So here is what the problem is. So group ID is a slice here. This is a slice of UUID. This is also a slice of UUID. Basically what I'm saying, and this is probably what's wrong, is that any UUID in group ID needs to also exist in groups ID. So Postgres let's wait. Yeah. So these are array operations. Can we do Postgres? Oh, should we ask ChatGPT? Where's our ChatGPT? It's been a minute since we've asked them for code advice. 2 hours and a strawberry had code advice. Okay, ChatGPT. Me write a Postgres alter statement that puts a constraint on an array column. The constraint is that for every element in the array must also exist as an entity in a table. In our instance, we have an array of group IDs, and each ID needs to exist in the column group.id. Well, that's writing too fast for me to read. Oh. So I have to do an add a constraint where I check instead of just doing a foreign key relationship. So that's my problem, is I'm doing a foreign key relationship and that's invalid. But I can check, and if I check it, I could probably use one of these, right? No, it'll want me to unnest it. And so then I'll have to compare it. Just like it did here. Group IDs. Hey, Pedro. Ooh. Okay. I don't want to do that right now. And I will be back on in probably about 5 or 6 hours. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up. And we're going to raid somebody. But like normal, we like to do a poll, don't we? So... Or we can raid Matty Two Shoes. Should we do him? Okay, sorry. We'll do a poll. We'll do a poll. Coming back. We'll do a poll. Matty Two Shoes, of course. Okay. Well, then you can vote for Matty Two Shoes. I'll put 5 minutes on it. We have Adam learns live. Rug Mats, oh, you're streaming? Oh, you're watching both. Sorry, I read that wrong. I read I have a stream open as well, not I have that stream open as well. How do you keep the audio separate? That's the one thing I've never been able to keep track of, is when I have more than one thing going, is like whose audio I'm listening to. Okay, there's your poll. You've got 5 minutes. Looks like I need to delete these constraints. And if I'm going to, I just don't need them. Kara does the same? How do you do that, guys? So you're just lurking with, that doesn't... Body doubling. Oh. That works. Interesting. We were getting to the user point, and we had an issue, failed to add user. This is why I usually put a pipe in my things, because it's really hard to distinguish your errors without that pipe. Eight is this array. It doesn't like it. Say vote 2. Does that vote for you? Because that's pretty awesome if it does. That's impressive. That's really impressive. Oh! I think Pedro responds to the term bot. I think that was what was up. Yeah. I think Pedro responds to the term bot. So PG array... I thought that's what we were supposed to do in this case. But it doesn't like that because it's an interface. It does allow for any, but not an interface. Oh! This failed! Scan only returns an error. Oh, look at this. Duh. Nope, now there aren't. Nope, I didn't want that. Yes, I did want that. I want a CD to I didn't want that. Ah! Column state doesn't exist. Okay, there we go! Maddie Two Shoes raid! Maddie Two Shoes raid! Okay, guys. We're gonna do a Maddie Two Shoes raid. When we raid Maddie with our Maddie Two Shoes raid, apparently you can have a raid call, which is a channel emote. I don't know which emotes are reserved for subs or not, but let's go ahead. If you can do this emote in Maddie's chat, do this emote in Maddie's chat. That's what we should do. Okay? And let's raid Maddie Two Shoes. Okay, guys, thanks for following. If you're available tonight and not asleep, please join me for my fun. I will be working on Pedro tonight. I'll be back live. If not, don't worry about it. I'll hang out with I'm starting at 9:30 Mountain Time, and I'll be hanging out till 1 or 2 in the morning because that is when I will be done speaking. So, yeah, 9:30 p.m. my time. So, in literally just under 6 hours. So, I don't complain. It's late, but thanks for hanging out and enjoy some time with Maddie. Oh, thank you, Mihai, for coming, especially after a Slack post. That's pretty awesome. Coming after Slack post, I will be back. My database that I use for Pedro gets mad at me if I don't use it more often than once every 7 days. So, hopefully I will find some time to be streaming more and we can hang out. Okay, see you guys.
Stream today. Soy Pete? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait, Soy Pete, what are you doing here? Why are you raiding? What you raiding for, Soy Pete? Do you have any clips? Do you have any clips?
Why?
Oh, you're done streaming.
Why?
Great. Awesome. Look at the chaos. Look at the chaos that I am creating. I guess you can kind of imagine where this is going. Does it say I'm a raider from Pete or not? Because I am camming with the raid, but I was also already here. It does. It has marked you as a raider, Rugmat. It has. Also,